Ever since RJ was 12 years old, he had an affinity with the guitar. He was bitten by the rock and roll bug and found himself going to the teacher's podium at Ateneo de Manila belting out songs as the class applauded and cheered him on. He found himself singing during informal parties and jam sessions. His first gig was in the Ateneo High School covered courts on December 5, 1960. It was a roaring success. Thus, Ramon and the Riots was born. The RJ and the Riot Show was born on radio, and the cry "Gising na, RJ na" became famous. RJ and the Riot's first song, Weightless, was a #1 hit, followed by Mashi Mashi, also a #1 hit. RJ then set up a radio station in his backyard and a recording studio and started a rock and roll revolution, introducing the Beatles, the Beach Boys, Eric Clapton, and spawned the way for many Pinoy artists. Those were the golden years when rock and roll was born in the Philippines. Although RJ was a steel man working with his father, the radio station went on under Alan Austria and continued to build a solid following. RJ's life in the Philippines was interrupted by martial law. He was exiled and returned after 14 and a half years on March 5, 1986. During the EDSA Revolution, his radio station, then manned by Defense Secretary Juan Ponce Enrile, defected under the direction of the late Father James Reuter and became the voice of the revolution and received the Nom de Guerre Award from former President Cory Aquino. Radio Bandido's role was repeated in 2001 when it played a key role in the ousting of former President Erap Estrada. DZRJ received the EDSA People Power Freedom Award. Today, RJ has 12 FM stations and 2 AM stations, spreading a treasure of hits from the RJ Vault throughout the country, as well as relevant news and public service information to improve the lives of fellow Filipinos. Back in the 80s, RJ revolutionized and enriched the music scene by opening the doors of Bistro RJ on July 25, 1986. Bistro RJ brought live bands back into the music scene. It is the longest-lasting music lounge going on its 32nd year. In 1989, RJ daringly staged Pinoy Woodstock, which propelled Pinoy bands into a dominant force it is up to today. It was a 24-hour concert with 44 bands, which only RJ would dare to stage. RJ has evolved with the times as a performer. Throughout the years, he has performed and jammed with many artists, both young and legendary. In 2014, RJ reached out to the youth with a very successful school tour, RJ on Wheels. The teenagers embraced RJ and his songs and eagerly and patiently waited in line to have a photo with RJ and get his autograph, proving once again that rock and roll will never die. RJ has made his mark on TV with 2 successful TV shows on RJ TV's 2nd Avenue, TGIRJ and RJ Sunday Jam, and continues to play live at Bistro RJ every Friday night, as well as appearances in many other concerts. Of course, RJ still continues to innovate by launching the super vintage guitar and soon the standing cajon. One thing is for sure, he's still having fun.